Hello friends and fellow Monkeyology enthusiasts, welcome back to part 3 of our playthrough of The Secret of Monkey Island. We are playing the EGA 16 color version. This is the original version, naturally, and we're just going to hop right back into it because, frankly, I keep on stopping at awkward points, and we're just going to keep it moving forward. Thank you very much for joining us today, and let's get to the game. Cheers. Okay, so we have the fish, we have the sword, shovel, chicken map in minutes. We didn't go to the fork when we were out there. We should have, because then I could have got a jump start on going and stealing the idol of many hands. Now, in my speedrun, I usually plan it in such a way where I actually end up skipping the last cutscene. I am not doing that this time, so we gotta get the governor's mansion out ahead of time, and I don't see any reason why not to. So I figure now, and I think so the writers have come out straight up and said, you know, why it's not, you know, attached to, why they're not inspired by each other, but they are, but they're not, but, you know, sort of thing. And if one is, then they're both inspired by the same sort. Cool. But that doesn't say that the art direction wasn't. And there's some stuff that's very, very, very similar. And yes, again, a lot of that will be relayed back to. Oh, and I get eyeball. Yes.
I love you.
I love you.
Enjoy your eyeball then.
Why, thank you.
I'm over it.
All right, my left. Pick up some petals. We gotta pick up some plants. I'm just gonna explore a little bit. Because I figure I could, you know, as long as we do insult sword fighting last, we're gonna be able to. I have a bad habit of just sort of knowing where I'm going. Yes, now the sword masters will be on my map. Like, oh, I'm gonna doctor. But for some reason, in my head, it's always like, okay, cool. And the funny thing is, you mentioned if you look at, okay, wait, we're here. She looks. I'm gonna say no. She does not look like she's meditating. It looks like she's doing a fancy little dance at the very least. Maybe she's doing like a sword kata, or, but that implies exposure to Eastern cultures that they probably haven't had yet. But then again, this has a Coke machine over here, rock machine. So. No, I want to. Yeah, I might as well get the treasure. So we'll look at the map. I think I've been had. This isn't a map. This looks like dancing lessons. Back, left, right, back, right, left, back, left, right. Yeah. But as I would say, the last time that I was playing through, I actually then it's left, right, back, left, right, was it? And back, left, right. Whatever. I want the stump joke. Well, it's not going to be right. I don't think I'm on the right path either. I think I went back to the Sword Masters. At least the map itself is not really super randomized. I think actually where I went wrong was back here. No. I think this was back. It's okay. We need a little bit of exploration. Hey, it's a skull hands. Hey, skeleton dude. Stump joke. Hey, there's a hole at the base of this stump. No, it's a tunnel that opens onto a system of catacombs. This would not have voice acting. I think I can squeeze through. Insert disc 22 and press cut button to continue in a gross orange theme. And now the Scum VM cursor. Insert disc 36 and press button to continue. Oh, totally. Totally. I'm sure it was Chris Brown in particular who just said, listen, if you're putting this out, unless you want to find somebody else to deal with this phone 90% of the time, I am not. No, you get rid of that stump joke. Disc 36. Nobody ever talks about disc 36 or what 114. It's always disc 22. First, I was thinking about making a podcast, but I think there's probably already a podcast called Insert Disc 22. Walk the path. This way. Looks like it. No. Okay, I'll go back and follow the guide. I honestly do like to start like wandering these woods and finding it. Because I know once you get the map, you can just sort of like wander. You know where to go from here then? Alright. Thank you very much. Look at Black. The legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. Yep. This carefully reproduced piece of Melee Island history has delighted thousands of would-be pirates and their families for generations. Keep on leaving the TMs off. Remember, there are other pirates on this island. Easy. Leave some for the next person. I love that, like, the Thimbleweed Park implementation of this is great, too. It does feel like random Sierra object thrown in. Like, it looks like a little vector graphic sort of thing. It should draw itself when we enter the room. Use shovel. Now, one thing about this... Yeah. The one thing about this version is dead ends. Um, there's at least one that I can think of that is a big problem. Is you can throw just about anything into that pot. The very first time I played through, I threw either the compass or what was the other thing? I threw the compass in there. Oh, and the leaflet brochure and pamphlet, like the leaflet, which is how to get ahead in navigating. I threw that in the pot, so I didn't have it. So, which thankfully I never had to deal with again in the updates to the interface. Also, I know it's unofficial as hell, but I want to buy some of the Wish T-shirts that say like I got the I found the legendary treasure and all I got was this dumb T-shirt and all that sort of thing. Yeah, I wish I didn't know that was possible. That was the first that almost killed my interest at first because we made it right to the end and I was so stuck and I couldn't get the obviously without the compass I could not get the I couldn't get the key from LeChuck's ship. I was just unable to progress any further. None shall pass. All right. What if I don't stand aside, troll? I'm a mighty pirate. You're no pirate. Why, the town drunk out insults you on his back. It probably would. I can out insult anybody, you brainless clay doppelganger. I mean, for an untrained insult, that was decent. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. Take that and stick it in your repertoire. None shall pass. Talk. But I want to talk to you, man. Like, what's behind you? A mouse. I'm not falling for that. Clips of bridge animation, source code. I remember them talking about the collapsing bridge animation and the source code for this. Oh my god. Yeah, he's just stuck there and he's gotta find another way around and then you see a little cave off to the side that's it. Oh, and there's that one path that goes to like nowhere. Oh, just as he's leaving, he has no reason to go there ever again, so right. Yeah, okay. Totally. Give fish to troll. Ah, a red herring. See, I did this part, the whole George, as a kid, of course, I guess I just didn't really know much about George Lucas at the time. But the whole him being George Lucas was lost on me. But so going back to the thought though, say afterwards, if it happened the way I was saying, and that bridge collapsed after we're stuck on the side, and then all of a sudden we're stuck and we can't get back around. Oh my God, we didn't get the thing we needed. Except there's just like a little pixel cave off to the side, and you just come up at this little inlet that's completely unused for anything else anyway. That'd be fun. All right, Captain Smark. Yeah, I do have to say on the code wheel, that one path to nowhere is the one that the seaman. Oh, okay, that would make sense. Look at the side, big Captain Smart's big bodied pirate jam. Prices. Sword training, 30 pieces of 8. I love how the sign does almost look like a Gold's Gym sort of thing too, like the pirate version of. See, I want all that extra training. I want grappling hook training. We got lots of money now. Yeah, the grappling hook. We wouldn't have had to find ropes to tie to stumps. We would just be set and ready to go to grab those uh, the ores on Monkeyology. Yeah, his only real correlation on that Dial a Pirate has to be the female with the eye patch.
Hey, hon, I have to leave to get the kids from school.
Okay.
So Annie and Mason are in the media room.
Okay, madam.
Love you.
I love you. If I hear something, I'll shut her down.
Okay, I love you.
Right. Love you, man. Could you train me? Can we step inside? It's a little chilly out here. That's not who you want. Are you man enough to swing a sword? Yeah. And I guess with him looking up to Carla as much as he does, at least in the final, it would be weird for him to say something like that as well. Better than a sword master. You. I will have to look further into your into your theories that way as well. The fake beard thing, the local constabulary has its concerned. But I digress. You just don't have what it takes. So sadly, I may have to cut it here soon. We're gonna try to push as much as we can, but also at the same time, I need to be available for my children should they need me. But we're gonna keep trying because this is my favorite game of all time, and I don't want to stop playing. You know, you should really quit smoking. I'm a filthy smoker. I'm a hypocrite for clicking that, I guess. But anyways, what I should really do is make you eat the stove. Aw. Should we just like harass him before we finally get to the point? Or... I do so have it takes. Won't let me. Okay, so I just have to go for it. You do not. I do so. Interesting. Norbert and Hubert. I got 30 pieces of 8. Say no more, say no more. Let me see your shoulder. I don't want to show it to you. I do have this deadly looking chicken. I have decided that I have to craft myself my own rubber chicken with the Napoleon mill. May that be our coming of age thing, much like how a Jedi must build themselves a lightsaber. I think we should. I'm gonna make a monkey. I'm gonna make a rubber chicken with a Napoleon mill. Yeah. The real question is proper implementation and how I'm gonna string it from the roof when I'm done. I need the money. Yes, I can see this is going to take some special measures. Just want you to know, I don't do this with everyone. It's only because I feel that special teacher-student pieces of 8 bonding. So, as in these two dummies, the one that almost looks like has a crown. Although that might be. Oh, and there's some of that ear piercings that like that. I apologize to people. I forgot about that, and I should have turned that down. So I hope. And wow, that's gonna clip out so bad in the long run. Okay, cut off. That's thrust proposed. Hey, no, beat fast, then launch. And it makes so much sense that originally the fighting was originally fleshed out to be more like Indy 3's fighting, because look at how much animation they've put into his movement. They had a wealth of that left over from the original implementation. They probably had it all set up for high punch, mid punch, low punch, high cut, etc. Guarding. So it was just there. Oh no, I'm sure the actual implementation of itself it wasn't there. Uh, but it just seems like there's a lot more cells of animation for his sword movement and just overall attack than would really be needed if you're doing is it's all sword fighting. Like take in Curse of Monkey Island, right? Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I want access to those tools. I'll create a virtual machine just to be able to play with them if I ever get to play with their animation tools and whatnot. That was so cool. Yeah, you must be thinking of someone else. I am not a farmer. That while it's obscure, that could be a Grossman one. Grossman strikes me more of the like Star Trek type person, and that just reads to me like something Data would say. But that's me. I'm not a huge Star Trek person, but I did grow up watching all of that. So let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped against a wall. My sword just slashed 2 cuts in your face. I say, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. What do you say? First, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. How appropriate. You fight like a cow. Fun fact, that is my SSID for my router. People who know where it comes from never have to ask me the password. Response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab. First, you better stop waving it around like a feather duster. Saw them before the source code stream. I just every time the source code comes up, I can't help but say how much I do hope that it's at least made accessible at some point, for educational purposes, whatever, under a specific license that restricts how it can be used. But I hope, however that is done, it is done in such a way that somebody like a Logic Deluxe or somebody who makes these ultimate editions can insert those cutscenes back into Monkey Island 2. They with them only being commented out, it really shouldn't be hard. But there's a difference between reverse engineered implementation and original, right? I mean, if the code was released, they could just compile a version with it in. That must be how they showed it. Not the jumping animation, the cutscenes that I was mentioning, but the jumping animations are on disc. Nice. It's weird when certain things get cut and other things don't. It doesn't seem to make a ton of sense, because like an animation is logically going to be bigger, right? So if that's still there, but oh, my sunset, I forgot that the sunset goes away. I forgot that. That's something that didn't survive any following. It's there, it's gone. It's even more fleeting, but it's still in the background. There, you can see it. All right. Let's go poison some dogs. They're not poisoned, they're just drugged. Use, where's my yellow petal? With meat. Meat with condiment. There's certain jokes that didn't effectively didn't translate as well to inventory pictures, like the monkey head key, for example. If you hadn't gotten that line of dialogue from Herman about it being a big cotton swab, you'd have no clue, which I didn't. So when he pulled a cotton swab, giant cotton swab out of his pocket, that to me was the joke. That was so funny. And then it jams it in the thing, and of course it comes out with earwax too, because that it's a giant Q-tip. That's a hole. Up until that point, you knew it was a key. Now it's just a Q-tip, and but you can just see it in the. This code stream mentioned a cut puzzle. It's to an anteater. Okay. It's interesting. Important notice. These. I love how we're standing in front of the little pop-up too. Dogs are not dead, they're only sleeping. No animals are harmed during the production of this game. This seems like this whole window was created in code, I'm sure. Just straight up. There's nothing fancy about this pop-up window. It's all like, this is probably like an if command, or when this is true, should be. Yeah. Everything is, of course, done in code, but I mean, as opposed to these beautiful backgrounds that I've already made. Stump, yeah, the stump bomb. I remember bringing that up in the Discord there the other day. Can I pick up the vase? Yeah. All right, and we're gonna cut that one there, and then we're gonna come back for the last part of this leg of this larger playthrough, etc. sort of thing. There's more after that. Naturally, we're not super far in, and there was a few sessions that we had while streaming. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to click like and subscribe, and throw a comment down if you have any feedback about the video or anything like that. Beyond that, if you want to see us making these playthroughs live, check us out on twitch.tv/therealglowkid, and we stream every Tuesday and Thursday, typically at about 1 o'clock Pacific. Currently daylight savings time, so PDT. It's a terrible idea. Nobody should ever do it, but apparently we do here, so yay. Anyways, thank you again for joining us, and I hope you tune in for our next next leg of our playthrough. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night, and take care.